In a rather shocking turn of events, I won't be having the egg scramble that I've normally been having for breakfast for the past month now. All of you are probably breathing a sigh of relief. I feel like having deviled eggs for breakfast this morning. I know we are really pushing the envelope with breakfast, getting a little bit crazy. From one form of eggs to the other, but at least it's not the exact same thing. I'm normally pretty against kitchen gadgetry that just does the one thing because it tends to just sit there most of the time, taking up valuable real estate of surface area, which if you're like me and need all the surfaces you could get for other clutter, there was just none to spare. However, this baby is the one exception. It's just so convenient and foolproof for making medium to hard-boiled eggs. Just absolutely no regrets. And probably as the clunkiest transition ever, something I also have never regretted is starting therapy. And so I just want to thank today's sponsor, BetterHelp. As many of you are aware, I deal with quite a bit of anxiety and panic, but with the weather becoming nicer, I've been really trying to push myself to get out of my comfort zone, get out there and do the things, which can be difficult on its own, but then you factor in a bit of comparison, seeing people on social media, go on faraway vacations, and do these adventurous things seemingly without a second thought or a worry in the world. And I'm just gonna be honest, I do start feeling a bit down about where I am currently. Why can't I go and do these things without a care in the world? So in therapy, I've not only been focusing on improving my self-worth and giving myself grace, but also shifting my perception. My therapist told me that everyone's version of hard is different. And just because something is easy for someone else, it doesn't diminish you being able to do your version of hard. And that just really took some of the weight off and definitely some pressure that I was putting on myself based on what other people can do easily. BetterHelp in general just takes so much of the friction out of getting started with therapy. You just fill out a questionnaire and get matched with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. They carefully make sure that their therapists on the platform are well qualified and their customer support team are always there if you have any questions. And my favorite feature is that at any point in time, if the therapist that you're initially matched with doesn't really seem like your right fit, it's easy to switch therapist at no extra cost. So if you're currently needing a little bit of help with your anxiety or just life in general, because I believe that therapy can be beneficial for all, you could click that link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/Beatrice and get 10% off your first month of therapy. And as always, huge thank you to BetterHelp for supporting this channel and my mental health journey. Now let's devil some eggs. Cheers! Have y'all ever just horked down so many deviled eggs so fast because your mom's pressuring you to hurry up because you said you'd pick her up 20 minutes ago and you did not? All of those deviled eggs are just sitting right here in your chest. They didn't even hit your stomach yet and you feel a little bit ill. Same. Anyway, we are about to go pick up Elmo and participate in something that I am going to call Return-mageddon. I just have a lot of things that I need to return. I've been trying to find a couple of clothing items for spring and going out, and a lot of it did not work. So we have to go get our money back. And maybe I'll get a load of bagged soil. If you're thinking didn't you just get a big pile of soil? Well, there's that soil and then the good stuff that you put on top. The raised garden bed company that we got those beds from suggested half topsoil and half the bagged soil, and I'm just thinking, who could afford that? So I'm just doing a layer on the top of the good stuff, and hopefully that works. It's gonna have to, because this gardening adventure has been a pricey endeavor, and I'm thinking to myself these shits are just supposed to fall on the ground and work somehow, these shits being vegetables and fruits and stuff. However, as you can tell from my previous 2 seasons of gardening failures, it has not been so simple. Fingers crossed that this year is the year. Hello, Wedgman.
Hi, Swilly.
doing? You guys want treats? You want to just pick up my pants? We got our sand pile in the other day, and I'm just trying to figure out the perfect time to unleash that fresh hell. Not today. Come on, ladies! 4, 5, 4, 5, 2, missing 3. Come on, Mama. There you two are. Can I have those eggs? There's worms out there, ladies. Is that it? Yeah. Thank you. Can you let me poop in peace? There's a storm a brewing, so we have to batten down the hatches and hurry and get the substrate switched out in the chicken coop before it rains. Come on, girls. Because if that sand pile gets wet, it's going to be like weeks before we could do this. Because it'd have to dry out completely. And it needs to be changed out because we do the deep litter method, and we've had the same litter in the chicken coop for like the past 6 months.
All this again.
Never ends. I'm trying to film too, I'm not much help. Chicken prince. Oh!
Welcome to the club.
Oh. We made the floor taller, and now I hit my head. That's gonna be a problem.
Oh, you bumped me. Scoot. Not like you go in there anyway.
Maybe they will now. Oh wait, look.
Oh, thank God.
It's a miracle. my God, it's starting to sprinkle right now. Talk about finishing right in the nick of time. Well, we didn't technically finish. We didn't get the sand in the run, but we did get it in the coop. The run is fine. We used to have just like dirt in the run anyway, so that could be at a later time. But the important thing is we got done with what we needed to get done with today. Except for now we have a chicken with a busted toenail to take care of. We saw one of the chickens and it had blood like all over its head. And I was like, oh my God, what happened to this chicken? And it had just scratched itself. It somehow like busted off a toenail. Hi, Editing B here. I feel like I didn't say that clearly. The chicken was not bleeding from its head. It had ripped off a nail and then like scratched its head and made us think that it was bleeding from its head. It just had ripped off a nail somehow.
Get my B crack.
I'll try not to.
Everything today is me squatting. You're gonna hurt yourself if you don't cooperate.
Oh, she did pretty good.
It's bloody in here, I think.
Yeah, you gotta watch that because sometimes the quip doesn't stop bleeding.
Yeah. How's it B?
I want to see what number it is real fast. 100.
Easy.
Yep. Okay, Mama. It's okay. Let's soak. Let's soak it. Yeah, that's nice. Nice. Let's get the dirt off of there. I thought this was going to be one of the more difficult chickens. She's dealing with it okay. Need like a rag or something to get the blood off of her head.
Yeah.
Go poop, Doug. It is a wee bit chilly. I'm surprised that it's still snowing and hasn't melted yet. But I skipped my workout yesterday because we had the time-sensitive issue of the chicken coop sand situation. I was planning on doing it that night, but I just did not feel like lifting heavy objects for funsies after lifting heavy piles of sand. And here I was thinking that the snow day workouts would be done for a little while. Grace made me a whole new set of workouts, a few exercises in each that I have never done before. So it's fresh, it's exciting, and hopefully I do them okay. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing shorts because I need to do laundry.
Looks like we've come to the end of the road. There's no point in running away now. I'd rather sleep until the storm is gone. She'd rather be shooting at me. I know it will end up in anger. I don't think we grew up, we just became older. She's aiming her words, ready to fire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire.
Grace is a crackhead!
I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. Looks like a blink of an eye's not enough. She'd rather be staying for days now. I'd rather fix it than mess up again. She'd rather be burning it all now. I know it will.
My Grundle may never financially recover from this workout. My Grundle being my inner thighs. It just keeps getting worse. let's just jump right into this week's weigh-in, why not? So last time I weighed 233.6 pounds. This morning I stepped on the scale and I weighed 231.6 pounds. So that's a weekly loss of 2 pounds, bringing our grand total to 25.4 pounds. 25 pounds is a considerable amount of weight. Like if my goal was to lose 100 pounds, we would be a fourth of the way there. And that's pretty crazy to think about. I'm just gonna be honest with you, I don't really have like a true goal of like, I wanna lose X amount of weight. But right now, as I'm sitting here and I'm not really sure like what a good goal for that kind of thing would be, I just based it off of a chart that I found online that for my height says around 150 pounds is what I should be shooting for. Although I acknowledge that those charts aren't really like applicable because there's, you know, people who have like a ton of muscle who because of that weigh more and are technically considered obese based on those scales. So, you know, it's not like a set in stone amount. Like if I lose 85 pounds and I feel great, happy, healthy, and fit, like I'm not gonna be hung up on losing an extra 15. You know what I mean? So just putting that out there. But I did tell some of you in the comments that once I reached 25 pounds down, I would do a separate video going over all of the data, like the data that I don't take weekly. And really, I just do the weigh-in stuff weekly because it's like the easiest measurement. Just slap your ass on a scale. It's not as involved as like getting out the measuring tape and like trying to finagle it around my arm and all of the things, and that's just, it's kind of like, I don't want to do that every week. And then take pictures, so I reserve that for like bigger milestones. And also, I found a new doctor, went there for the initial appointment a couple of days ago. We ran labs, so I'll have lab data, just a video with all of the data. So be looking out for that around Thursday. But other than that, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!